In theory.
Guys, I've read about this. That is a Glog Moggler.
Whoa, Rem, you're so smart, dude. Rem, you're so smart.
That sounded like Beard Chan to me.
Recognize a hot voice?
It kind of sounds hot.
Gordon. Shit. I look up.
Darkness and cave.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
Previously on Qbomb, you found some Spidos and some boots, and you're in a cave.
That wraps it up nicely. Are there any remains of the spiders?
Yes, there's a lot of remains, in fact. But the big one that you are currently feeling dripping on you is the one that Jean Beybladed into the afterlife.
I was gonna ask, can we somehow scavenge that warp engine from their body and keep it and maybe add it to the car?
I like that idea. Are any of you at all technologically proficient or have that in your lore or...
In theory.
Oh, come on.
I'm the first one to try. I'm not saying...
Have more confidence in your own
Jake's got
ability.
like every cable you can think of in his pocket.
He's added
As long
so
as you
many
have cables.
carburetors to that thing.
You would roll normally a 2d6. I'm going to say 1d6 because there's just so much that is destroyed.
All right, I got this. 1.
There is a part that you spot, and it actually looks in pretty good condition. You slip in the viscera, and your elbow goes right through it.
Oh!
Sorry, everyone. It just wasn't a chance.
I have a question. Is Mr. Skelly Bones still with us?
As long as Ari doesn't take damage where he can like lose the focus of his spell, then I'd say yes.
I'd say I haven't ended the spell yet.
New friend. New friend. New friend. New friend. New friend. New friend.
It is
Yeah.
not sentient. It is just being puppeted.
Yeah.
New friend. New friend.
New friend.
New
I
friend.
make him do a little dance.
Yeah, like.
I'm just kind of trailing in the back, uncomfortable.
You proceed down the northwestern passage, the tunnel closing in on you. No more do you see the blue kind of trickery from the spider web that was in the previous cave. As you head into this opening here, you pick back up on the footsteps.
Oh.
And the footsteps seem to clutter where Gamma is standing.
I look up.
Darkness and cave.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
However, when Gene is looking up, his feet kind of clack against something metallic.
I start digging.
You don't have to dig far. In fact, it was just covered in dirt.
Guys, I did it.
You see a metallic hatch, and around the sides of the hatch is a thin rim of light, indicating some sort of passage that is lit.
All right, I move Ari out of the way. Let me do that again. I knock Ari out of the way. And I say, I want to see what's in there. And I pull up the hatch.
Roll a strength check.
And I fucked up. Couldn't lift it. I haven't been working out a lot. I'm a little, it's been hard. I'm not taking creatine right now.
Izzy is saying this as they are just pulling against the
I haven't warmed
circular hatch opener.
I need to warm up.
Maybe we should have Sam do it. Sam's literally the most beefed up dude.
Sam, you don't have to roll anything if you want to open this.
I'm gonna pull out my bat staff and swing it at the hatch to loosen it, and then pull it up.
You thoroughly dent it inwards.
Jesus.
It is now concaved. It's still closed because you hit it inwards.
Yeah, I reached down and...
Yeah, it just it opens, no problem.
I'm just kind of sad. I'm just kind of upset because
You loosened it for him.
Yeah. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, I loosened it for you. Thank you, Rem.
A hiss of air rushes towards you. It carries this warm electric smell to it. As you look down the hatch, it reveals this metal ladder lined by these flickering chartreuse bulkhead lights. So you think like a submarine, right? And descending for at least 50 meters. But you can clearly see the bottom. And it seems that as the ladder goes down, it opens up into just a ladder connecting from what you assume is the ceiling down to the ground. So it's just open ladder from then onwards. And from below, you hear distinct sound of machinery accompanied by tumultuous bubbling sound.
I don't like bubbling.
That can't be good.
Well, let's head down there and find out.
Cool, yeah.
Everybody get on the thing. No, Mr. Skelly Bones kind of...
Yeah, he fell and exploded, and I was like, I'm not putting that back together.
No! Mr. Skelly Bones!
He went,
You hear voices from down below saying, "What the fuck was that?" And you see this strange, like ape-like creature in a quick blur, kind of just thump, 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 and is now looking at the bones.
Have we ever seen anything like this before?
Who amongst you is probably the most well informed or read? And by read, I mean you are most traveled, wizened.
I think that's Rem.
Okay. Yeah.
Rem, go ahead and roll 2d6.
5. I got it.
You haven't actually seen it in person, but you have read about these things in some Lorbarian scrolls. That is a Glog Mogler.
Guys, I've read about this. That is a Glog Mogler.
Oh, Rem, you're so smart, dude.
Ram, you're so cool.
Good job.
And you
Ren.
repeat this to them as well, verbatim. They are bestial cave-dwelling hominids with 4 arms and 2 legs. They're covered in a thick layer of wiry gray hair, crowned with a distinct red mohawk, standing roughly about 5 feet tall. While hunched, they walk on all 6 limbs, their eyes, best adapted for darkness, flare while catching the light. They are not ideal to encounter. They are very strong gorilla-like cave-dwelling monsters. You also hear voices down there, human voices. They say, it's probably just one of the Moglers. Leave it alone.
That sounded like Beard
Do we
Chan to me.
recognize a hot voice?
It kind of sounds hot.
Jordan.
Shit.
I do like a bloodborne like sliding down the ladder, like ding, 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 and that actually does happen. I'm like,
Fortunately, it didn't make enough noise to be louder than the machinery that's already down there that is helping cloak you guys as you are able to get to the base of the ladder where there are boxes and these large storage containers.
okay, I'm going in a sneaky mode, which means nothing. I just put my hood up.
You kind of get a look of this vast cavern. You are kind of gathering the details. That bubbling sound you heard is this ominous green glowing vat of acid and poison bubbling from below. You are standing on these rocky kind of pillars. These are elevated from the ground, and this acid is probably eaten away until it is just left with these more hard pillars. Encircling the room is this conveyor belt. And on the conveyor belt is actively kind of moving in spurts. There are these large crates on top of it. And they are connected to a massive clanging machine on the western side of the room. This angular behemoth hums and sputters, occasionally punctuated by the whir of spanners and a zap of electricity. Along the conveyor belt, these crates are funneled towards an automated trapdoor on the eastern side of the room, which opens and shuts in rhythm with each box that plummets into it. So you seem to be in some sort of factory processing plant. And to your northwest, you spot Mr. Handsome himself talking with another guard or another bandit. The most threatening part of all this, other than Mr. Handsome, is the fact that these Glog Moglers are also in their presence. They seem to have somehow tamed these. You also notice, concerningly, on the north side of the room is a guard who is armed with a rifle.
Jordy, look at me. Look at me.
What?
You're looking great. You're
Oh,
looking
that's nice
you're
of
looking
you.
great. Yeah. Despite everything we've just been through, I feel like you're holding it together. You're doing great. Anyway, can you use your perception to see if our engine is anywhere around here?
I don't know how to feel about that.
That was patronizing.
Smooth
Yeah, I didn't like
operator.
that. I'm gonna do it for me, but okay.
It's good.
Love yourself.
You have advantage, so go ahead and throw 3d6 in there.
3d6. I got a 6.
Despite the slightly patronizing request, you are able to look around the room, and you notice that there is a bridge to the southeast, and there is another hatch in the southeastern side of the room that is similar in mechanical complexity to the hatch in the direct eastern side of the room that is accepting the crates from the conveyor belt.
I've been in stealth mode, which is me in my jacket.
Okay.
looking through. No one can see me.
At this
Yeah,
current
I
moment.
said what you said through
said-
the
okay.
jacket.
So shouldn't we go to the
So the
hatch?
party now has this information.
Yes,
Jordy, where was the hatch?
it was southeast across the
Okay.
bridge.
I will sneak my way.
Wrong. That's not the one she's describing.
What? Oh, okay.
This
Oh,
one down by
southeast.
Rem. Southeast.
Southeast. Here's a fun thing. Izzy does not know direction.
This canonically happens where Jordy has to kind of
Yeah, just-
reposition his sneakiness.
This isn't out of character from real life because I oft start moving in a direction, and then people have to point me in a different. All right. I look around. What do I find?
This is a solid metal hatch, much more advanced than the one that got you into this cave. The hatch seems actually like technologically advanced. There are these electronically sealed pillars that connect right into the wall itself. And on the top there seems to be some sort of electric pad. And there's also kind of this like flat surface area that is kind of like a matte black.
I put my hand on that.
And it says identification required.
Identification required. Hey guys, this screen's lighting up. I don't know.
Are you yelling that?
I think we should hang out behind these boxes and try to overhear what these guys are talking about.
Yes,
Okay.
that was a great idea that I had. Let us hide behind these boxes and listen into what these guys are talking about.
But you'll have to roll
I
another check.
can be quiet, but I don't know about
Okay,
the rest.
Jordy, you go out in front and you listen.
Walked right into that one.
I just kind of push you forward.
Stop it, Izzy! I start yelling at you.
Oh God!
Really?
Oh, so Jordan was yelling.
Okay, roll a stealth save.
Oh, thank God.
Just in time, as you yell, you kind of clasp over your mouth to kind of like, oh shit. And you hear one of the glogmogglers kind of go as it turns its head, sniffs the air, and then keeps kind of walking to the north on a patrol path.
All right, what are we hearing?
For a bit, they're just kind of talking about logistics of this machine, and you're kind of able to discern that this machine is some sort of processor for scrap. This is a fabricator. This is a very old piece of technology that has been lost for a bit. It can take scrap and convert it into a desired blueprint. And so they seem to be making stuff with the scrap from it. And it's a very advanced machine and a very toxic one, hence all the waste. It requires an immense amount of sludge to be excreted from it in order to process the material and turn it into a desired shape. And to break down all of those atoms and molecules into something desired is a costly process indeed. After they've talked shop a little bit, you see a guard from the north kind of walk in. It's our guy who has the rifle. How we looking, boss? The hot boss turns to him. We're working it as fast as we can, but the old girl can only do so much. Well, we won't need to pad much more after that last hole. Between the engine we stole from those band mercenaries and the other weapon, it's just a matter of who's willing to pay the most, I say.
Dude, they know about Qbomb.
Hey, can you guys stream our songs on Spotify? Taylor Swift, Look What You Made Me Do, just came out.
The hot leader slaps the back of the other guy's head. Quiet about that. You never know. It's best to be quiet just in case someone's listening.
We're the ones listening. Guys, we're the ones listening.
I turn my head sort of, and Ari's on my back still, right? Yeah, I just kind of like nod over to the conveyor belts.
Does scrap
Sam.
count as trash?
They're using it. It has been repurposed. Philosophically, it is being recycled. And recycling is different than
Then,
trash.
from a moral standpoint, I cannot use it.
Is the goo trash?
Yeah, definitely.
Well, there you go.
Ari might be OP.
I might be God.
But I'm not going to let him summon a giant slime monster. He's
Well,
spell touch, not
I-
like a wizard.
I summon a giant slime monster.
Okay, you succeed. The game's over.
Yeah.
Congrats, Qbomb. We did it.